Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. It is D-Day in the NBA as LeBron James has decided and he has chosen to go back to Cleveland where he spent the beginning of his career before going 4 years in Miami, winning 2 NBA titles. It's a huge day. The NBA landscape, Twitter, and everywhere media is going crazy all over the world right now as LeBron is heading back home. He released an article and an essay in SI.com. Really fantastic read. Really recommend you going out to seeing it, but the huge ramifications of this really are still playing out as I speak right now. There are moves being made. We've already seen Jeremy Lin being shipped to LA. We're seeing that Chris Bosh could be close to signing that max offer with the Rockets. There's rumors of everything going everywhere, from Dwayne Wade going to Chicago to Melo still potentially going to LA. All these rumors are still out there right now, but the big fish has landed, and right now heading back to Cleveland is LeBron James. And within the NBA odds, Bovada released them right after LeBron James' decision, and Cleveland has jumped all the way to the top of the NBA landscape at 4-1 to win the NBA title next season, ahead of the Spurs at 5-1, ahead of the Thunder at 6-1, and so on. Now, we'll get to that in just a second, but immediately, the things that are going to happen for this is Cleveland is going to try to immediately improve this team. And one of the rumors that's currently out there is that the Cavs have already offered Dion Waiters, Anthony Bennett, and a first-round pick for Kevin Love, which would immediately turn the Cavaliers into the Eastern Conference super team that the Miami Heat have been over the last 4 years. A team not only with LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, but adding in Kevin Love and being able to retain Andrew Wiggins would be a dream scenario for Cavaliers fans. However, I don't think it's going to happen that way. There's absolutely no way Flip Saunders and the Wolves agree to any sort of Kevin Love deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers unless #1 pick and Andrew Wiggins is included in the deal, and probably a lot more than that on top of it. So we'll see what, in fact, if that has any sort of weight to it, or if it's just a rumor being floated out there. But it could be the beginning of talks, aggressive talks by the Cavaliers to try to get Kevin Love on their roster along with LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. But going back to the NBA odds portion of this, right now Cleveland is absolutely way overvalued for where they are currently sitting. If they don't attain Kevin Love, they may not even be able to win a title next season. That's how strongly I believe that this is an overinflation of the lines right now, just to entice people to bet Cleveland to win the NBA championship. With LeBron James and a bunch of players who have never really been in the playoffs together, or been in the playoffs much, other than Andy Varejao, assuming he resigns now, you really don't have much of a team around him right now. You have a lot of youth, which is good for the future. However, for the immediate future, it's not as good, and the East could be really good next year. A lot of moves could still be made. The Bulls will have some cap space if they amnesty Carlos Boozer. There have been rumors that they could potentially be signing Lance Stevenson now, or Pau Gasol, which would really improve their chances as well. The Pacers aren't going anywhere, I don't think. Nets and Raptors might be right there with it, and the Bobcats are still improving. So the Cavs, I'm going to have to get used to that. The Cavs don't necessarily are locked to win the Eastern Conference. I think they can get back to the Eastern Conference Finals, but at 4-1 to win the NBA championship, that is a little bit overvaluing them right now. Their odds to win the East are okay, I think, but right now the NBA championship odds, not where I think they should be at this current point in time. But assuming that Love comes over, then I think you can think that the Cavs at 4-1 are going to be a good bet. I think this is just the sports books protecting themselves from if in case that scenario does play out. But as it stands right now, the Cavs are not the favorites to win the NBA championship. That should still probably be the San Antonio Spurs, at least at this point in the offseason. But moves are being made, as I said. Players are flying off the board, and over the next 24 to 48 hours, is going to be very interesting to see. So stay tuned right here to SBR Forum, and I'll be back with more news throughout the weekend, I'm sure. But until next time, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.